I'm Dave Cathy, the Food Dude, and I'm right where I want to be, seated over a beautiful piece of meat and potatoes. But where am I? I'm in Saturn Grill, the new Midtown location. Here to tell you all about it is chef owner Joseph Royer.
We were going to open our third location, and I wanted to take the knowledge that I'd gained over the 8 years in the making that got us there, and I wanted to take all the things that people loved about Saturn Grill and convey those, as well as bring into the concept some new aspects and things we hadn't tried before. So still most of all the great sandwiches and pizzas and salads that people are accustomed to. And in addition, we've got small plates, appetizer kind of segment. We've got entree segment. And we also have a full bar with craft cocktails. So, and we're table service instead of counter service. So it's legitimately a full-on, full-service restaurant. I was looking in the area and I walked around and I saw this, the door was open one day and I stepped into this space and I was like, whoa, this is kind of interesting. It's kind of cool. I looked down and saw the Devon Tower out the window, and it was nothing but concrete floor and brick wall. But I was really intrigued by the brick wall, and the brick doesn't necessarily go with either of the other two locations, so it was a weird thing. But it felt like the neighborhood. And all of a sudden, and I had been thinking about, Saturn Grill is kind of a neighborhood restaurant already. It's placed in neighborhoods, and I thought this really fits, and I just kind of got inspired. And so what I wanted to do was make it a more elevated experience in the look, more premium, but I still wanted you to be able to walk in and think, oh yeah, this is a Saturn Grill. It's just a much improved Saturn Grill. Some of the entrees we will run at the other locations as specials from time to time. Some of the entrees here are unique to this location, period. And they're also, it's a segment that I intend to play with and change and alter in parts from time to time. One thing that I did was I went with a trend that had been, people had pursued us for years as a place to go for vegetarian options, which we've always had, but in my mind, fairly limited. And I actually eat a lot of vegetarian food. So I made sure that there were an ample amount of vegetarian items just naturally placed on the menu. I didn't want it to feel contrived. I wanted it to feel something that actually truly belonged there.
Yeah, there's a few other things. Cioppino here.
Yeah, Cioppino is that goes back to when I was a young kid and going to San Francisco a couple of times, and I remember I've always loved seafood, and we go down to the wharf and we have this Cioppino. It's crazy and messy and fun, and it's so delicious, And I thought, what if we could do that? I said, that's always been one of my favorite dishes. What if we could just do a version of it here for a special? It's gonna have to be knocked down a little bit, but if we can get the flavors, the essence of that dish, and a good amount of seafood and those nice, rich flavors, and again, it's comfort food. And that's really what Saturn Grill is elevated comfort food with a twist.
You've never been done at any Saturn Grill cocktails.
Yeah, so I thought, well, let's try a full bar. If we're going to have table service, let's try a full bar. I mean, we've done beer and wine for years and years and years. And I said, and I was scared. I mean, because I don't have any experience in that, and never ran a bar, never worked in a bar. I don't drink very much. And so I was just like, wow, I was really trepidatious. And so I'm kind of floundering in the process. And so I get a local premium brands, brings me some stuff to look at. When I opened these bottles up and I started smelling them, they brought me some really interesting stuff, all small batch, small distilleries from California and Oregon, all organic, hibiscus liqueurs, jasmine liqueurs, orange, all this stuff, along with, standards as well. And when I opened them up and I smelled it, I thought, wait a minute, okay, why did I not figure this out before? It's just like making food. Making cocktails is just like making food. It's like making a salad dressing or anything else. You have flavors and you flavor profile, and that's it's the same process. So I set out to make these craft cocktails from a chef's perspective. Not only using herbs, and one of them's got ginger and parsley juice and aloe vera juice and stuff like that, and basil and stuff. And so it's not only using a lot of food ingredients, herbs and spices and different things, but making sure that they could also be paired with food as well.
Maybe a little tricky getting here to Saturn Grill Midtown. You got to come in from the north here on Walker. Don't worry, you'll get here no problem. Don't worry about any construction signs. They're open and ready for you to come visit. Come check them out.